Hey everyone, welcome back to Asian Odyssey. Today we are diving back into the world of K-dramas with part 3 of our top 10 mind-blowing Korean series list. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts, definitely check them out after this because we've already covered some absolute gems. But honestly, this list might just be the strongest one yet. Before we dive in, if you're loving this vibe, smash that like button and hit subscribe with the bell on. It really keeps these videos coming. Alright, now let's get into the countdown. Number 10, The Veil. The 2021 spy action thriller that turns trust into a loaded gun. Elite agent Han Ji-hyuk disappears on a mission, comes back a year later with his memory of that year completely wiped, and now there's a traitor hiding deep inside the NIS. Every move he makes, someone's 2 steps ahead, and the closer he gets to the truth, the more bodies drop. But what if the biggest betrayal is the one staring back in the mirror? I gotta say, watching The Veil felt like mainlining adrenaline mixed with a slow burn puzzle you can't put down. And Nam Gung-min as Ji-hyuk. He's got this quiet intensity that just simmers. Every glance feels loaded like he's holding back a storm. The action pops. Those car chases and hand-to-hand scraps are raw. No glossy Hollywood fluff, just gritty and real. It's sitting at 7.8 on IMDb right now, and you can stream it on Kokoa or some of the usual unofficial sites. Number 9, Narco Saints. The 2022 true crime-inspired gut punch that turns sunny Suriname into a cocaine nightmare. A regular Korean businessman, Kang In-gu, moves there to open a skatefish factory, but a shady deal goes south, and suddenly he's face-to-face with Pastor John, a charming South Korean preacher who's actually the country's biggest drug lord. The NIS back home blackmails him into going undercover inside the cartel, smuggling coke, dodging bullets, pretending he's one of them, and slowly realizing one tiny slip means he's disappearing into the jungle forever. I was sweating the whole time watching this. The villain hiding behind that pastor smile makes him 10 times creepier, and Ha Jung-woo is so damn good. You can literally see the exact second the guy stops being a normal civilian and just switches into pure survival mode. The tension between him and the drug lord is insane. Every single scene you're waiting for the mask to slip and him to get caught. It's only 6 episodes, super tight, no filler, so it honestly feels more like one long, high-budget movie than a series. 7.3 on IMDb, and it's right there on Netflix waiting for you. Number 8, Twinkling Watermelon, the 2023 time-slip gem that's pure rock and roll heart mixed with the sweetest family healing. This series follows Yoon Gyeol, a high schooler in 2023 by day, secret guitarist by night, and a coda kid trying to protect his deaf parents, who just want him to give up music for a safe future. The night he finally decides to sell his guitar and give up, he gets transported back to 1995. There, he meets his teenage dad, forms a band with him, starts changing the past to make things better. But every little change risks erasing him from existence forever. The way this show handles family hits so different and never preaches. And those sign language scenes between past and future selves, straight up tender and raw like you're watching real hearts crack open. Yeah, the middle drags a little with the band drama, but those emotional highs soar so hard you'll end up misty-eyed and grinning at the same time. It holds a solid 8.9 rating, and you can watch it on Viki. At number 7, Kingdom. The 2019 zombie sageuk masterpiece that crashes undead hordes into period politics. So it's set in old Joseon. The king suddenly falls into this strange, coma-like sickness, and nobody's allowed anywhere near him. Crown Prince Lee Chang knows something's wrong, so he sneaks out of the palace to dig for answers. But what he finds is straight-up nightmare fuel, a plague that turns regular people into flesh-eating monsters the moment the sun drops. If you think you're over zombie stuff, Kingdom will slap that thought right out of you. The cinematography is next-level beautiful. Mist rolling over palaces, perfect handbox. Then boom, hundreds of rotting corpses charging at you in the moonlight. And the scariest part? The zombies are terrifying, but the human villains are somehow worse. So I was yelling at my screen more at the politicians than the undead. With 2 seasons, Kingdom sits at 8.3 on IMDb and is streaming on Netflix. Number 6. Extraordinary Attorney Woo. The 2022 legal drama that stole hearts and proved brilliance comes in all kinds of rhythms. Young Woo is this autistic genius who graduated top of Seoul National University, yet every law firm slams the door in her face. Finally, she lands at a big firm and starts taking on cases nobody thinks she can win. With her photographic memory and totally unique way of seeing things, she flips every courtroom upside down and forces everyone to look at the world a little differently. Park Yoon-bin deserves every single award for this role. She makes Young Woo feel so real, so layered, never once like a caricature. Each episode dives into real Korean social issues, North Korean defectors, disability rights, even saving whales, and you'll be fist-pumping every time the wind blows through her hair and she gets that light bulb moment. It's got an 8.6 on IMDb, and you can watch the whole thing on Netflix right now. At number 5, DP, the military drama that stares straight into the ugly truth of mandatory service. A quiet private with a sharp eye gets pulled into the deserter pursuit unit, basically the guys who hunt down soldiers that go AWOL. Sounds simple enough: chase, catch, bring them back. But the more deserters he tracks, the more he sees why they ran. Non-stop bullying, brutal abuse. And pretty soon every capture starts feeling less like a win and more like another punch to the gut. This show isn't exactly fun. It's super short and leaves a massive impact. The lead duo's banter is the only thing that keeps you breathing between the heavy stuff, but some episodes will straight up wreck you. It's one of those shows that makes you angry and grateful. With an 8.2 on IMDb, both seasons are available on Netflix. Number 4, It's Okay to Not Be Okay. The 2020 visual and emotional masterpiece that feels like a dark fairy tale come to life. Moon Gang Tae is a psych ward caretaker who spent his whole life looking after his autistic older brother. No dreams, no love, just duty. Then he crosses paths with Ko Moon Young, a famous children's book author who's stunning, antisocial, impulsive, and honestly kind of scary. She decides she wants him, moves to his tiny town, and suddenly these three broken people are tangled together, healing each other in the messiest, most beautiful way possible. The cinematography is straight up insane. Like every frame could hang in a gallery. But what really makes it top tier is the character growth. Moon Young starts off toxic, sharp, and watching her slowly soften is so damn satisfying. And Oh Young-si as the older brother, seriously, give that man all the awards. This drama has an 8.6 on IMDb and is available to stream on Netflix. At number 3, Death's Game, a fantasy thriller with one of the craziest cast ever put together. Choi Yi-jae is completely broke and at rock bottom, so he ends his own life. Big mistake, because he basically mocks death herself. As punishment, death forces him into a twisted game. He has to die 12 more times, each time in a different person's body, and if he manages to survive even one of those lives, he gets to keep it. The thing is, death has stacked the deck so hard it feels impossible. Every episode is a different genre. One's a brutal action flick, one's high school nightmare, one's straight prison thriller. And because he keeps jumping bodies, you get insane cameos from Lee Do-hyun, Lee Jae-wook, Go Yoon-jung, and more. It's fast, violent, heartbreaking, and the ending ties everything together so perfectly. Death's Game has an 8.5 on IMDb and is available to binge on Prime Video right now. At number 2, Goblin, the drama that made everyone fall in love with Gong Yoo all over again. The series follows Kim Shin, this immortal goblin who's been walking the earth for 939 years with a sword buried in his chest. The only way to finally die and rest is for his destined bride to pull it out. After centuries of waiting, he finds her, a high school girl who can see ghosts. Problem is, the second he falls head over heels for her, he doesn't want to die anymore. This is the show that turned millions into K-drama addicts for life. The soundtrack alone will wreck you. Stay With Me still gives me chills. The cinematography is pure art. The bromance between Goblin and the Grim Reaper is comedy gold, and somehow it's poetic, heartbreaking, and hilarious all in one breath. Even if romance isn't your thing, the lore and visuals will hook you hard. Goblin holds an 8.6 on IMDb, and you can watch it on Netflix or Viki right now. At number 1, Mouse, the most twisted and mind-bending thriller you'll ever watch. The story is set in a world where scientists figured out how to spot the psychopath gene in fetuses. Instead of aborting those pregnancies, the government says, nope, let them be born. Fast forward 25 years, and a vicious serial killer starts butchering people left and right. Rookie cop Young Barium is this sweet, straight arrow guy, basically the last person you'd ever suspect of anything dark. He teams up with a detective to track that monster down, but the closer they get, the more Barium's perfect little world starts cracking in ways you will never see coming. Lee Seung-gi's performance is straight up career-defining. The transformation he pulls off is insane. The twists never stop, and just when you think you've got it figured out, another one hits you out of nowhere. I literally cannot say anything more without spoiling, so just know that around the halfway mark, your jaw will be on the floor and stay there. Mouse has an 8.6 rating on IMDb, and you can watch it on Prime Video or Viki right now. And that's part 3 wrapped up. Which one are you starting tonight? Or if you have a mind-blowing series you think should have made the list, let me know in the comments. And, again, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss part 4 when it drops. See you in the next one.